Today in Ahmedabad, we are at the prestigious Institute of Ahmedabad, IIM Ahmedabad. And obviously, when we come to Ahmedabad, you have to come to IIM. IIM has become an incubator, an innovator, and so many professionals that are actually coming out. And actually, the highest number of CEOs in BSc reports suggest are from IIM Ahmedabad. So that's something interesting that we are seeing. And that's what we'll be talking about. IIM Ahmedabad, that started and established in 1961, their journey, how the psyche of students is changing, what are they thinking about. Today we're going to talk about all of that with the director of IIM Ahmedabad, Mr. Bharat Bhasker. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much. Beautiful institute. The new campus is what we're standing at.
Right.
Looking shiny, bright, and your students that come out of the college are also shiny and bright. A lot of them, making strides in the world of entrepreneurship or even in CEO positions that we see them. Let's talk about the landscape of business management and understanding that in the country. How have you seen that change?
Sure.
You surely have been with IIMs for a while.
Right.
So what have you seen in this journey?
See, the journey has been interesting because IIM Ahmedabad actually started in 1961 with a very interesting concept that India is creating engineering institutions, is building infrastructure, but who is ultimately going to manage the businesses and corporatize them? That was the biggest challenge country was facing. With that in mind, our founding father Vikram Sarabhai conceived of IIM Ahmedabad and founded it. And the one interesting part with IIM Ahmedabad is we looked at that our job is to create, manager and intervene in the management profession at all levels of the corporate sector, as well as the social sector and the scientific management. And conceptually what we ended up doing, not starting the PGP program. Unlike everybody thinks that PGP programs, we started by what we call the 3TP program, 3-tier program, where we said that middle level of management, senior middle level of management, and the higher level of management needs to be imbibed with all the management concepts. So we started for first few years only training those so that immediately our impact can be felt. And then few years later, we started the postgraduate program, which is a flagship program.
Absolutely.
Now, this is where our management business landscape focuses on what is the today's environment. What was the environment in 60s? And what was the environment in 70s? And on. And what is the environment today? Based on that, we bring the education to classroom. Our methodology, that's why, is an industry practice brought to the classroom.
Okay.
Right.
So
And
we are evolving with the time because every decade, I think, has a different technology or a different way that one should be looking at it?
Absolutely, because when you say that I'm bringing the industry practice into the classroom, what we do is that whatever is the current industry practice. So 60s there were different industry practices because the technology was different. 70s it became different because technology was different. So as the technology evolved, we continue to evolve our education curriculum along with that. One of the key points is that we use the case methodology in our teaching. And case methodology says that our faculty goes to the industry, studies their practice, sees the decision-making capability of theirs, and sees whether they've taken the right decision, wrong decision. Maybe decision was right at that point of time, but the result didn't pan out to be exactly same. We bring all that knowledge into the classroom. So we don't teach people, our objective is not to teach that we give the fundamentals, but not to teach you that you are learning marketing 101, you are learning this. We teach all that, but then second part of our curriculum is trying to integrate all that knowledge that you are the CEO, you are the top management of a organization, you have to understand all that and create the decision-making capability, whether for the growth of company, whether for the sustainability of company. That is our objective. And that's what makes us different from all other management institutes in India.
Absolutely. And so that's why only when I was reading also, highest portion of, CEOs from BSc 500 were from, who have done MBAs are from IIM, coming in from IIM Ahmedabad. That clearly shows the picture, that the focus that one has on the institution of teaching them and guiding them. As now, times changing from 60 to today, 2024 that we are in, what is the psyche that you are seeing changing in terms of students? How was it maybe that time someone who wanted to be a CEO? Is that something that someone looks at now, or now it's all about I want to join a fintech or I want to join a startup?
Right. Well, the fundamentals have changed post 2000, or especially post 2010, as the economy itself has changed. I would say the change started, but it took some time for us, the students to sink it in. Is 90s when the liberalization started. Prior to that, the opportunities in India for entrepreneurship were very limited. The capital was not available, right? It was available to some families, etc., your own wealth, etc., and so on. So the entrepreneurship mindset was not being developed, or not being developed in the young students who are not from the entrepreneurial families. And they were only then looking towards the CEO. And we are also training them for that become the CEO of the future. That's what we are, and you will make the difference to the country. But post-90s liberalization, and as the 2000 proceeded, the important aspect of the economy has changed. Technology has changed. You can create a business out of a very low investment, because the disruption coming from the AI, ML today, but earlier also because of the information technology interventions coming in, fundamentally altered the equation. Second part, the venture capital also started flowing into India. Whether even our
today we have so many Ps, VCs, everyone is
exactly.
there.
So lots of the venture capital, incubation money, at every stage the money became available. As it became available, the students were always entrepreneurial, except the opportunity was not there. They had ideas, but they implemented those ideas for others. Post 2000, if you have seen, we have created many businesses. Actually, today I think 50% of the what you call the unicorns are created by IIM Ahmedabad alumni.
Absolutely.
Right? And you see, we have more than 700 plus startups that are coming out of our IIMA ventures.
Absolutely. That's what I want to talk about also, because that's a very interesting initiative, right? IIM Ahmedabad, the ventures. And I think that gives your students, that gives them the opportunity to move towards the right direction. Is that the aim, or what was the thought process when you all started with that?
Thought process was exactly same, to create more businesses in India. So way back in 2002, we started as a small center, and idea was that we should understand the entrepreneurship and incubation capability, guide our students and offer them courses. So it was a faculty-led or faculty-driven centers who said that we need to teach them entrepreneurship. We need to imbibe in them the values of the entrepreneurship, etc. and so on. And the center evolved, and the next phase we took was made it I Accelerator. And idea was to accelerate other businesses, and then journey has taken on. It became CIIE, Center for Incubation, Innovation and Entrepreneurship. That journey has created, as I said, 700 plus startups already. Many of them are greatly successful startups today. Apart from that, what has happened in the huge amount of funds we created. So there's Infuse, which is an energy sector, India's only fund investing in early enough. So many are coming now. But we started Infuse, then Bharat Venture Fund. Also run by IIM CII at that point of time. Later we realized that we are not only about incubation innovation, we are actually about continuum. From beginning to end, we start nurturing the businesses. So we named it, which is more appropriate today, called IIMA Ventures.
Right? Absolutely. And do you think that the psyche, like you were saying, back in the day, someone didn't have, you already had that entrepreneurship in you, but you don't have the support, or maybe you don't have the funds that you require. Do you think, now the psyche also of a student is changing, or do you still see people who want to join in the management roles, or still want to take up a job? I think because that trend seems like people don't want to do a job today, anyone.
Right. See, it's what has happened that people have seen the role models. Some of our very important ventures in the new technology, which requires lower investment, have been Naukri.com. Sanjeev Bikhchandani himself, right? Deep Kala, Make My Trip. On and on it goes. When you saw the tech ventures coming up, the mindset of the students also changed, that we can also do it. And only is that environment, and that, as I said, environment is provided by IMA Ventures. So I would say 25% of students start in the first year with mindset, I don't want to be looking for a job, I want to be looking at future creation of job.
But do we also have to teach them risk management, right? Because you do have a lot of risk when you start a startup or enter into a venture. Entrepreneurial journey is not easy.
We do two things. One is that we have courses running from the experienced people who have running IMA Ventures. Also those who have succeeded. So there's a bunch of courses which we have which are guiding them on that part. What are the risks, what are the fallouts of it, etc. and so on. How will you manage under various circumstances. Then the second part is that we also try mitigating the risk. For example, we have a Maverick program here. In that our our students with ideas can come up. If selected, we pay them almost 2 years. I would not say equivalent to a corporate job, but the equivalent to funds from our IMA Ventures itself. We allow you to pursue that idea if idea is good, and later on if you succeed, of course the funding will come from various other sources, etc. and so on. So we are also becoming enabler of that, rather than only saying I've taught you everything, now you go out and swim on your own. We also provide you a,
at least the float for some time.
Float for we provide you a float for some time.
So till you learn to swim properly.
Absolutely, right. So that is the objective of ours, and that has created more and more people interested in entrepreneurship activities here.
Yeah. Sir, I just want to understand now, are there any new courses that you would look at, given that there are changing times? What is it that new thing you would add, given there's so much digitalization? There's, the boom of AI has come. AI was there, but there was a boom that is now coming. How do you see that? How do you develop in terms of your courses, or how do you, as a institute, how does one update themselves?
As I said, I'll go back to what I said earlier. The one aspect is, since we bring the practice of the industry to the classroom, automatically our cases gets updated. Decision making in the AI environment, decision making in the machine learning environment, decision making which are data driven, automatically comes in because industry it is already getting infused in the industry. Second is we take the leading role, where we introduce something which may not have got into industry yet. And that is where we create our own courses. Several courses we have created. For example, we have already begun to offer elective course called AI and HRM. So how AI is going to impact the human resource management. Right? We have already introduced the course. The industry is beginning to think about it. Our students will be prepared
when they have to go out and face the world.
And much of it happens because we have funded by our alumni 11 centers of research, which we have a center on AI and data science, which is actually doing the front-end research, how AI is going to impact the management or corporate professionals. Now that itself brings to us variety of insights we convert into courses and bring it to the classroom.
Absolutely. So now, since we are in Ahmedabad, and we should actually talk about in terms of food. I know you said you have not been here for very long, but what is it that you love in terms of food? Anything that you have liked in this last 1 year that you have been in Ahmedabad? What's your favorite thing?
I have tried various things. One of the things I liked is a khandvi.
Khandvi.
but nothing compares to the Lucknow food.
Nothing compares to the spice and the tadka kebabs and everything that you have.
Absolutely. The Lucknow food has its own
Ahmedabad is sort of sweet, no?
Ahmedabad is too sweet for me.
But that's great. And are you learning Gujarati also? One line in Gujarati.
No, I don't think I will be doing this injustice to that. So.
But thank you so much, sir, for joining in with us. It's a pleasure being here at the IIM Ahmedabad Institute itself and understanding what this space is going, the business management side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.